Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more relationship stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. My best friend is asking me if I can get tested to donate my kidney to his sister, and I don't want to. How do I tell him? What? Why doesn't the brother donate his own kidney to his sister? I've known my best friend for 15 years now, and his sister just as long, but her kidneys have stopped properly functioning due to something she's been dealing with since childhood. Not entirely sure what. She's currently on dialysis and has been for years, but now they are absolutely certain they need a donor, and my friend sent a group text to 4 of us saying they have 2 spots open for testing. I don't know what to say. I love him, but I don't really know his sister. She's always been rude and off-putting to me since I met her as a child. I've always assumed it was harmless and just her being a kid, but it's been 15 years. She's in college now and she still won't greet me or acknowledge me when I randomly see her once a year. Okay, now that we have that context, why would the brother be like, hey, yo, donate your kidney to my sister? They don't even know each other. I mean, it would be so much better if the brother needed the kidney because they're best friends, right? And that wouldn't be as tough as a question. But still, it would be weird if you're just like, hey, I need a kidney. Give it to me. I've never interacted with her or said anything rude to her in all these years and have always been polite and respectful to everyone in her family. So I've attributed it to her being possibly a shy kid, but committing to being a shy kid for so long, maybe she feels obligated to stick to it? I don't know though, as she still can be sort of mean. I saw her last year as I was picking up her brother for an out-of-town trip. The last thing she said to me was goodbye to her brother and goodbye whatever your name is. But I'm still giving her the benefit of the doubt. My friend doesn't know any of this, so I'm guessing she's never spoken poorly of me to him. You know what this gives? Like the shy kid likes her crush but doesn't want to show it kind of thing. I love my friend and I love his sister despite all that. The rest of his family have been nothing short of amazing to me. In all honesty, shy or not, I feel like I'd be giving up my organ for a young kid that has intentionally disrespected, ignored, and avoided me for the last decade, and I know nothing about. It wouldn't surprise me if she actually hated that it was me who donated, and she's an adult now, and still chooses to treat me like a stranger. I'll always care deeply for her because she's my best friend's sister, and I absolutely hold zero animosity toward a kid being a kid, but it's a huge commitment to be giving my organ away when I have this many doubts and not completely comfortable with. How do I let him know while being sensitive to his situation? Damn, this guy's a nice guy. I just don't understand though why the brother is asking this person to give a kidney to his sister when they literally don't even talk. It would be fine if they were like in the same group and they hang out every single day and they treated each other like best friends. But from what he's saying, the sister hates him. The sister has been rude to him for the last decade. Doesn't even say hi to him, doesn't even greet him. So at most they're just strangers. So I don't get why the brother thinks it's normal for him to ask. That is weird. And honestly, no one needs to give up their organ if they don't want to. No matter how close they are to someone, they don't have to if they don't want to. It reminds me of the story where this girl gave up her own kidney for her boyfriend and then he cheated on her and then dumped her. I would be livid. So yeah, I totally understand why this guy doesn't want to. Makes sense, right? If it was his best friend, then I'm sure he would consider. But best friend's sister that's always been rude to him, acts like he doesn't even exist. Yeah, why would you? But I do know it's hard for this person to say no because he doesn't want the friendship to be over. So seriously, the brother just put his own best friend in a really tough spot. That's not something you should be asking your best friend. You know, it's just not. I found out one of the big reasons I married my wife was a lie. Should I bring it up? We started dating at 18, right after I joined the military. She's a local where I got stationed. About 3 months into dating, I found out I was being deployed. I pretty much gave her the option to break off the relationship because that's totally not fair to her. Well, she said let's keep in touch. So that's what we did. We stopped dating but kept in touch. We officially started dating again around the end of my deployment. I knew for those months at the beginning of my deployment, she probably was dating around. But when I came back, she had told me she never met with any guy or dated since I've been gone. She said that she waited until I came back. I took this as a huge green flag. Well, I took that green flag seriously into account before I decided to pop the question a couple years later. Fast forward, I'm happily married to her with 2 sons. Recently, our toddler needed a tablet to watch Dancing Fruit and such. We decided to use her old iPad. This iPad hadn't been used since the beginning of our relationship. I forgot to turn on guided access before putting our other son down for a nap. Our oldest son figured out how to FaceTime people. He pretty much FaceTimed a bunch of our family members and a couple of our old friends. After I heard people talking to my son, I ran in and ended the call. Some of the people my son called had hearts and heart eye emojis. I got curious and opened the messages. They didn't pick up my son's FaceTime attempt, thank gosh. Then I saw some sexual messages dated back when I was on my first deployment. She was with a couple guys after I left on my first deployment. This hurt me pretty bad, especially after reading those texts. Should I even bring this up to her? It was so long ago. We weren't officially dating and she hasn't talked to those guys since then. But her saying she waited for me was a big factor into asking her to marry me a couple years later. I know I shouldn't have clicked those old messages. Wish I never did. I guess she really shouldn't have lied. But I really don't feel like this is that big of an issue, because it wasn't like she did it after they were dating. Then that would be cheating. But at the end of the day, even though she's been talking to all these people, she chose him. Right? She was like, all these people just ain't it. Maybe she was just using all that time to try to forget this guy, but she couldn't. And in the end, she chose him. Plus, they were already broken up then, so it shouldn't really be that big of an issue. But I guess it is to him, because the only reason he's proposing to her is because she hasn't been with any other guys. But if he's really that worried about it, he could just talk to her. Right? And, you know, have her explain everything. Because they were 18. Alright, 18. And he gave her the option to break it off. And they did. They broke it off. So they weren't dating anymore. Alright, moving on. STI diagnosis. My husband swears he has been faithful. Am I going crazy? Today, I found out I have an STI. I haven't been with anyone but my husband since I was 19 and have been tested and proven clean since then. He's swearing up and down that he hasn't cheated. I don't believe him, but at the same time, why the hell would you try to deny it if I have this kind of proof? I feel like I'm going crazy for not believing him, but at the same time, I feel like I would be stupid to believe him. I'm completely lost. I'm financially dependent on him and far away from any support system. I don't know what to do moving forward. I feel like I need an adult, but normally I would go to his mum for advice, and obviously I don't want to talk to her about this. Oh, I mean, he should get tested too then, right? And then that would prove everything, right? I mean, I wouldn't believe him either, because why would he admit that he cheated? So many people cheat and they're always just like, no, I didn't. Even when there's solid proof, they will still deny it. And you know what? If he actually didn't cheat, then he should be questioning, how did she get the STI? He's not doing that because he knows he gave it to her. It's that simple, seriously. Because if my partner was like to me, I have an STI, all hell's gonna break loose. If I didn't cheat, how the hell do you have an STI? Did you give it to me too? That's like the normal reaction. And I read some of her comments and her husband is telling her that she got it from a toilet seat. Huh? Excuse me. Excuse me? That's the kind of reaction. Yeah, guilty. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.